Hey everyone! So it's time for our reading mini lesson, and we are on lesson, 4 today, working in our nonfiction text still. And we've been talking a lot about how to learn from a nonfiction text. And what I'd like to teach you today is that when readers read nonfiction text, they can become experts. And then once you're an expert in something, it's really easy to teach others what you know. So think about any games that you're an expert at, or maybe a book that you've read multiple times and you're an expert at, or even little things like making your bed. Like, I am an expert at making my bed, just the way that I do it, and brushing my teeth. Like, there's just a lot of things that you can become an expert at. And when you read a nonfiction text in the mindset that you're going to teach someone else, oh boy, it gives you the opportunity to really soak in the details because you're thinking about how you might teach somebody else. It's like I've told you this before. It's the best way to learn something when you teach someone else. So we're going to do that a little bit today, and I want to show you something. Okay, right here are some tips on how you can teach something really well. So, the first thing that you might start off with is knowing the main ideas and the supporting details. Then, it's really important that you use an explaining voice because nobody wants to listen to you in a whisper or in a monotone voice that doesn't have any expression. Next, it's important that you use gestures. And then it's kind of a cool thing to be able to use a teaching finger or like a cool pointer and be able to point out charts, pictures, diagrams, things that help you explain what you're doing. Okay. So now I'm going to read to you from Frogs and Toads. Just a little part, and then I'll show you what I mean when I say teach like you're an expert. What is a frog? Frogs and toads look similar, but they are different in some ways. A frog has smooth, moist skin. It needs to live close to water. If a frog's skin dries out, the frog will die. Frogs have small teeth on their upper jaws. They do not use their teeth for biting or chewing. They use them for holding prey. Toads do not have teeth. The long, powerful back legs of frogs allow them to take huge leaps. A frog's back leg has 4 joints. There is 1 at the hip, 1 at the knee, and 2 at the ankle. Okay, so if I want to teach this well, I need to focus on the main idea and the details. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my hand. We've talked about this before in fiction text, where this is the main thing happening and then these are the details. Same thing with nonfiction. So, I'm now going to teach you about frogs. Frogs have very interesting and purposeful bodies. Frogs have very smooth, moist skin. They need to live near water to survive. Did you know frogs have small teeth? Well, they don't use them to chew, but they use their teeth to hold prey. They also have very long, powerful back legs. This allows them to take huge leaps. You've seen frogs jump really, really high. They have those long, powerful legs. And it's really cool because they also have joints in their legs. So they have 1 at the hip, 2 at the knee. No, 1 at the hip, 1 at the knee, and 2 at the ankle. So their knees can bend, or their legs can bend in all kinds of different ways. Okay, so what I just showed you was how you might teach something as an expert. So what I want you to do is listen as I read this next page, pretending that you're going to teach someone about a toad. You can do it out loud or you can do it in your head, but right now I want you to think about getting that hand ready and getting the ideas set in your mind so that you can teach someone what is a toad. Here we go. What is a toad? Toads have dry, rough skin. Some toads have lumps on their skin. These lumps are called tubercles or warts. People once believed that touching a toad would give them warts, but now we know this is not true. A toad's poisonous skin, however, can make animals sick. Toads can be found far from water. A toad travels by walking, taking short hops, or running on its 4 legs. Its legs are not as strong or long as a frog's. Now, I want you to get ready, like you're going to teach someone about toads, and I'd like you to use your hand, and you can whisper this, or tell somebody near you, like if you have a parent near you, or just do this in your head, but I want you to practice teaching someone about toads. Cool. Okay. So when you read today, you'll be doing 30 minutes of independent reading. You have your nonfiction book. You should have 2 that you are using, or maybe you have nonfiction books from home, or maybe you're getting on Learning A to Z and finding some nonfiction text. What I'd like you to do is focus on making some boxes and bullets, or recording some facts that you're using on each page. And then when you're finished, you have like some full boxes and some full bullets. I want you to stop and then try that teaching again, like an expert, like you're an expert on that new subject, and try that out. That will help you to get everything kind of organized in your brain, which we talked about yesterday, and to have it make sense. So the better you are at teaching something, the better you're able to understand it. So have fun reading today. When you're done, there's no small groups at 11:30. So hopefully you'll use that time for something else like Book Taco, or some other maybe work that you need to finish up from math, or some free writing. Do something cool, and then I'll see you after lunch. Bye, guys.